And it's lights out and away we go here in Formula Sundays. What up, what up? Alright. So yeah, you did not hear me yapping about the standings, but I guess you saw them, so... If you can't read, my bad, guys. Our host doesn't want to talk about... yeah, to be fair, I should have known, really. Yesterday I randomly had a wrong mic on Discord activated, so it seems like I did something to not use my main mic anymore. Well, here we are. The Angel's voice, yeah, oh, thank you. So I don't know who started the lap first, actually. It may have been Cherry, who's just gonna cross the line here, 119.9. Immediately beaten by Manev. So I did talk a little bit about who is present here. I guess about the top 3 here. MQ, Seagull, and Emils, who are all attending. Catalina is there once more, which is nice to see that she as well has escaped the Forza grind. I did play for 20 hours today and yesterday. Seagull P2 here. I assume he's not entirely trolling his setup. And in other news, Lauda is here. He's decided to race once more, I think primarily to win it, so that Seagull retires, as Seagull retires on every race he doesn't win. But yeah. That's our grid for tonight. Oh, the GOAT is back as well. I mean, the place is also back. Honestly, I should probably try to get him back in here. Oh god. where is he though? I don't even see him online. Well, maybe he has an internet issue. I think Lucid here was low-key kind of blocked in the first chicane. We kind of saw it in the behind the menus. It doesn't matter much though, as his lap does not come to anything anyways. Short lap of course here, so 4 stints or 4 tries for each and every one are possible. The goat mentioned, yep. The place though disconnected briefly. I don't know if it's the German internet. To be honest, like apart from that it's mad expensive, I can't say anything bad about Telecom really. Services have been extremely reliable, yet mad expensive. So I don't know. If he's on Vodafone, good luck to him. Well, on board with Catalina though. Internet in America seems to be alright as well, as she is looking stable here. Should also be the only one on a hot lap, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure about the... Ooh. Well, okay, that lap is not so hot anymore. She goes on though, maybe setting a first benchmark for herself. Maybe just going into the pits by the end of this lap anyways. Middle sector, a 27.5. Honestly, I don't understand what the tool is doing, but it shows me the place time, and this is a whole second slower than the place middle sector, and half a second slower than his first sector as well, so 1.5 seconds behind the place for sure to be expected. Let's see how much the actual difference is in the very end. 121.1, so yeah, last sector only 0.2 slower. Let's see Lucid. Is he gonna go over the line? He is, even though he does not have any fuel left to get back into the pits, but he doesn't need fuel. Man up on an invalid lap. Jan. I am not sure. That must be an in-lap, honestly. He has no fuel already. I think Cherry just started another lap. Let's go on board with him here in the Mercedes. Anyone watch Nürburgring tonight, today, yesterday, whatever? 2 friends who were there. I did watch a little bit myself. Did watch Verstappen almost kill a man. For sure, repping the Verstappen School of Racing. It was very fun overall, I guess. Ooh, Cherry, big improvement here. 119.2 is well within reach here for him. If he can make it cleanly through the Parabolica here coming up. Could be even better, honestly. I do think P4 is, well, what's in it realistically, I guess. Okay, that was definitely within track limits, nobody saw that. And that's a 2.7, so yeah, not quite enough to catch MQ here. Let's see Lauda. Lauda has not gotten a lap together yet. Her first one is subpar for what we would expect of him. He's pretty much equal in Sector 1. So I assume he must have had a mistake somewhere in the others, because, yeah. Otherwise I can't explain that time delta. Lauda, maybe Formula Sunday's most famous qualifying merchant. Lauda driving, quite crazy, yeah, indeed, indeed. 0.3 here, so yeah, he's probably lost it in Ascari here. Let's see. This looks way more promising. It's not gonna get carried outside of the track limits neither here. Wait, but he's still slow. What? Is he driving 50-50 wings or something? I mean, you say you definitely have been on this game loads. Still out-qualifying our biggest quali merchant. Oh, the goat! He is not disconnected, he is in the game. What the hell? The place Phantom Pole? You forgot about this race. There's a race every weekend, man. How do you forget about the race? Lauda doing an Aston Martin cosplay with 3.5 seconds behind the pace. Yeah, for sure. The goat on pole though, but what is with the Gull? The Gull is not gonna take it from him yet. He's gonna go into the pits. Jannemann or Emils, any one of them fast. I'm not sure if Jannemann is even on a lap here or if he's just the DRS slave for Emils, but Emils invalid lap. I guess Jannemann is probably on a lap as well. Oh yeah, 0.1 improvement. Oh, that is still a little bit behind the goat. But it would be ahead of his teammate, at least. Crazy though, the place there last week on Vegas, high top speed track, lowest top speeds. I think here he found out how to put his wings down to 0-0, and now he's flying. Jan is also flying though. That is a nice little time here for him to get provisional pole. I'm still a little bit excuse me, a little bit confused about Lauda being not there whatsoever. But hey, we will see. Oh, Emil's very good first sector there, 0.15 up already, so that's already putting him in the range of the place, and the lap is still long from here. There's still a lot of time to be gained. I assume Jan's gonna be waiting for him here a little bit. Or I would have assumed he is. I don't think the tow here really works out that well. It's a little bit too far away, to be honest. But maybe they are not actively coordinating that. A very nice line there, getting the foot down just at the right time, but yeah. It's not enough, he thinks. Oh, and Jan's just staying out and going for another lap. That is also interesting. But let's go with someone else now. Rice here. Yeah, no, that's not gonna be a PB. What's with Catalina? Yep, that is not gonna be one neither. Manov is in the pits. Lucid. Oh. Greatest of sometimes. Here. Let's see if this is one of them. Doesn't seem like it yet. I mean, he manages to go through Ascaria relatively clean without dying. At least once, the one time we've seen him now. He has a lot of room to catch up though, like 19.6, that is like 2 seconds clear of him right now. Where Catalina is sitting. Really hope that pace is gonna be looking a little bit better in the race. Let's head to Seagull. Oh, Jan in the meantime. New provisional pole. Improved his previous time. Seagull here I think is actually tryharding with Lauda at hand as well. I'm also not sure what Lauda is doing. I swear bro can drive faster. Seagull half a second quicker almost. I think right now this would put him just ahead of Jannemann. Less than a tenth quicker right now. So he really needs a very clean last turn here. I think that looked really good. Probably would have preferred to take a little bit more speed around the outside, but yeah, he did lose out a little bit there. But yeah, that was looking okay. So let's see Lauda here. Maybe he's just using this to practice. Maybe he's just using this to lull Seagull into a false sense of security and disqualifying himself. And then he's gonna shit out the pole time. And then he's just gonna win the race. And 4K ELO, well, what is it? The equivalent here? I don't know. Let's see it then. I assume we're turning on the stove here. And we're gonna start to cook. Lucid just waits approximately a minute. I think you will be last. If Lauda wants to try. To be honest though, he has been driving for like 10 laps now, so maybe his softs are done at this point. Maybe Seagull and Lauda both said they are gonna start at the back, honestly. Let's see, Butts. Needs a little bit of improvement. Can't afford to go back into the pits and come back out. And that is his final chance. And he's not gonna use it. Barry as well here, coming over the line, last chance. That is a decent 2/10 improvement. Meant far away from him. So he at least beat MQ, who is now on his final attempt. Seagull's dead, so I'm definitely not last. Yeah. I mean, if Lauda does so as well, both Seagull and Lauda will just start from the back and try to cut through the field from behind. Watch the carnage unfold into turn 1. Let's see. Lesmo 2 here for MQ. Oh, yeah. There's the invalidation. He gets carried a little bit too far to the outside there. I think Bats was waiting for the slipstream here for him. But not meant to be here. Okay, Rice is pretty much even on his time. I do think I want to look at one of the top contenders here, maybe Emils. One of the championship contestants. Middle purple. And coming over the line, what's it gonna be? That looks decent. It's only enough for P2, he's just narrowly beaten out by Jannemann, who's looking to improve again. Oh, no, there's the invalidation. So, only gonna be Manov. This did not look good this last turn. I think he lost all of the lead he's had here. Yeah, he was 0.2 up at Sector 2, and then the last turn was just really bad. Kinda lost the car, had to release. Oh my god. What? Why was there a wreck? I mean, Jan was in an invalid lap anyways. I'm fairly certain he just finished the session half a second quicker. Open lobby moment, yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I would report Lauda for it. unsafe finishing of the quali. No. But yeah, it is a Visa Cash App Racing Bulls front row lockout, and after the two of them, there's the GOAT and Cherry there in the Mercedes. Manov with a decent result in the quali as well, together with Rice in a row, and then Barry and MQ in 7th and 8th, and then I think it was Bats and Catalina completing the top 10 before it's Lucid, Lauda, Seagull on the very end. Okay, this is looking very, very dark. I am an avid rain screamer, so we will see. Okay, I think I tried fixing my tool before it needed to. I will maybe have to tap out again in a bit. But yeah, we have a little downtime before the game goes. Any predictions? Is the GOAT gonna carry this P3 home for podium finish? Or are Lauda, Seagull and the other championship contestants with MQ, Emils, maybe Jannemann just too much to mess with? Well, we're gonna find out either way. I mean, like, changeable conditions here would be super interesting, for sure. We're gonna go quickly over the tires here for you guys. The place on the hards, he likes to do that. The, like, going against the majority of the drivers on the strategy. I do not think this is wise. Especially on a track where turn 1 is such a tight window, and there can be an early safety car anytime, and everybody who's got the luxury to swap to hards from then on is just gonna have an advantage on you, because they don't need to stop and have driven all their tires. I mean, Manop is doing the same, so's Bats and Lucid. Everybody else, understandably so, on the mediums. Okay, never mind. Maybe you cannot pit lap 1 and go to the end on hards. The game thinks we're pitting a lot on this one. So, predicted 2-stopper for everyone, really. The GOAT will fuck up Ascari at least one time, sadly. Yeah. You know, like all the German GOATs do that, I've heard. I think this is when the Vettel's downfall really started, when he spun there. Didn't Schumacher throw away his car there at some point? I do think he did. It may be inevitable for the place there, but we will see. There's a lot that can happen in this race. Drivers are lining up on the grid now. Yeah, front row lockout for the Racing Bulls. And then we're gonna see a bunch of people who can't park. What the hell is Seagull doing? Okay, he's still pulling over. I thought he was gonna go for like some wild strategy on his parking job, but he's literally last, so it shouldn't matter. He doesn't need to defend for anyone. Red lights are on, and they're out and away we go. Oh, what a start by Seagull, I think. Looked very quick, but maybe because he just moved away to the side. Ooh, what is that? Top few cars unchanged, really. A lot of contact there. Rice getting pushed around. There is a lot of front wings being lost. I think one of the McLaren has his front wing gone. Lucid, I think. Nope, might be the other Red Bull. Is it Seagull? Has front wing damage. Ooh, there is a big front wing. Well, the entire front wing going flying. What the hell is going on? Absolute chaos. What is... Ah! Lucid there, off track. And then it is Bats' wing that is missing. Seagull behind MQ. Lauda is already past his former teammate. Or were they even former teammates? I'm actually not too sure. So let's do front wing check. Seagull, no wing. I'm fairly certain I saw Rice's wing missing as well. On here we have MQ's fine, Lauda's fine. Yeah, Rice has not gotten his wing anymore. On the inside there, Catalina. Full wing for her still. Oh, actually Seagull does have a full wing as well. I'm just flippin' tripping. Okay, so these three all with no damage. If we go further up... Yeah, top three all survived. The place only lost one position. So it's really only like the people behind here. Yeah, everybody from Bats downwards is missing parts or the entire wing. So, yeah, Red Bull takes your wings indeed. Alpine Kingsman in turn 1. Who needs a front wing? Yeah, yeah. Place here. Ooh, following Cherry, who was looking like he was gonna spin out there an awful lot. So losing this position as a result, I think. Yeah, he backs out. Actually, maybe like intentionally so to get the DRS on the back straight. I think we should go to Seagull's perspective here. He has like 5 cars in his view. And Emilsen and Jannemann are DRS swapping in front. 2 teammates there. Don't think there's going to be much fighting, but they will probably swap position on every DRS zone. Just because, well, it gains you time. If both of you do that without costing yourselves too much time. There was an incident in turn 1. I think I saw both Bats and Barry cut the chicane and then go like slalom through the exit route. Ah, there's my forecast. Was not having a rain forecast the entire time. We're currently sitting at 20%, so it may be dark, but it seems like it's gonna be dry. Whoa, Seagull having a little bit of a snap. But nicely caught there, wrestling the car into straight position again. Lucid already claiming a 3 sec for the corner cuts. I mean, over here it is extremely, yeah, tempting to cut the corners. Track's of course very flat, and so are the curbs. So yeah, you really just kind of feel like you want to go all the way over these. There's also a lot of quick turns, so getting carried towards the outside is a threat for sure. As yeah, the place has stayed ahead of Cherry also. It's also a thing that may have gotten slightly under notice there. The place has, first of all, we've seen the overtake, but then he's stayed ahead and he's gained on hard tires against the Polish wall in the Mercedes here. And he's gonna, yeah, bank on Cherry's nickname here coming into play, keeping these 3 behind here, probably the 3 fastest drivers, with exception maybe of the Racing Bulls, and apparently the place today, who is seemingly slightly catching up to them. I'm gonna look at the lap times. Ooh, Seagull is having a look here on the inside of Lauda. As we see MQ in front there, side by side with Cherry, who tucks back into the slipstream. Lauda also there. Does he go for the move as well? He's having a look. Ooh, slight tap on the rear end by Cherry there, I think, against MQ. We've seen the car slide a second. And lap times were 23 flat for Emils and Jannemann. And a 23.5 for the place. So he is losing a little bit of time, but I guess like they're DRS swapping. It would have surprised me if the place could have just kept up with them on his own. Cherry has fallen to MQ though, but now has the DRS again, so he may at any point whip out a counter-attack. Lauda with a corner cut warning, or rather penalty already as well. That is rather atypical. But if I'm not mistaken, he's not playing the game a lot anymore. So, kind of makes sense, I guess. We're looking at setups. Well, or rather at top speeds, speed trap times. It is Cherry actually who is by far the fastest car over here, albeit he's getting passed by Lauda here. But yeah, Cherry racking up 347 kilometers per hour. Ooh, Seagull here, trying to get past Lauda. Everybody else is in the 335 to 340 range, sort of. And then there is Kingsman, who also has a very high top speed. Interestingly enough, the place, again, the slowest car top speed wise, seems to, even though he is fast on this track, have valued his downforce a lot again. Ooh, and Lauda cuts across Seagull there and spins him out. That is for sure. Yeah. A little bit careless for Lauda, I'd say. Don't think you can pull over there when you're not fully past the other car yet. I don't think. Well, I mean, it is evident that Seagull was having right to the space. His front wheel was ahead of Lauda's rear still. Lauda and MQ both into the pits. Honestly, I would have said rather early, but this race is just going extremely fast because this is the highest average speed track. So we're just covering race distance very, very quickly. From what I could see, the mediums were like roughly approaching 50% already. Oh, yellow flag over there. I think that is just Lucid getting lapped though. Why is Lucid on wet tires? Lucid retired from the session. Alright. Man up past Catalina here. Catalina here picking up a little bit of dirt. But managed to keep control through Ascari. Emils into the pits. So yeah, for the Racing Bulls, we've seen it last week already. It's a clear cut. Emils is the championship contestant. Jannemann has given up his win last week for Emils' championship chances. Merc vs Red Bull again. Thought you cooked with the wet prediction. You didn't. Bro, it's not, there's not even a drop, buddy. Ay. Is it like, did it say it was gonna rain? Or what? Lucid. Because we don't get weather predictions. For now it's like unchanged at no rain. In the tool I have running. You said 20% and you thought, you know what, let's gamble. Oh, fair enough, man. Like, honestly, I would have gambled on the 80%, but sure. Oh, yeah, fair enough. Was 30 seconds behind already. Yeah, I mean, okay, fair. I still think like that it's never good. Like, even when you see it starting to rain, you can make a point for it and you can argue that you can come in a little bit earlier. Oh, caught in 4K, speeding the pits. But like, when it starts to rain, slicks are still better than wets, like for 2 or 3 more laps. So just like saying that it could rain here and it's not even showing at all is just never a gamble you would take. Would have been top 1 coldest moments though, you gotta admit. I mean, fair. Yeah. Honestly, the only thing cold in this one was the kitchen. Bats past Barry here. Lucid wants to be in the Sunday Esports coldest moments edit. Yeah, we need to make that happen at some point. To be fair, I don't know, like, people only post their crashes and when they troll. There's not really people who are posting their coldest moments at all. If there even is something like that. Well, MQ has broken free of Lauda, but has not closed up to Emils much yet. Not even sure if he's gaining or not. Yeah, MQ and Emils are going rather similar pace. Jannemann into place now into the pits, current top runners. Gonna be curious to see where they come out. Cherry could make a move on Lauda here very soon. And with very soon I mean on the next straight. Emils past Manip is no surprise, and he's also past Jan and the place. So the undercut for sure worked in his favor there. And here comes Cherry. That's an easy pass for the Mercedes. And he's right behind the place again, so for Cherry it's like plus minus 0, I guess. Just MQ and Emils gained a lot in this undercut. And Jan is now behind MQ. I guess he would want to get himself between MQ and his teammate there to potentially hold him off a little bit. And of course to take some points away from him in the championship race. Not too sure what Seagull is cooking, to be honest. I wonder if he is just saying, okay, that Lauda spin got me completely out of contention. I'm just gonna go one stop now. And he's just rolling with that. He's gonna come into the pits right now. Not sure if that's a little bit early for a finish on hards. Oh, Cherry fastest lap here. Jannemann very early on the release to stay safely behind MQ. It does seem like the two of them are gaining a little bit on Emils. Okay, MQ was a 10th quicker this lap, so yeah. They're gaining a little bit, but not too much, to be honest. Lauda has been left behind by Cherry already, which is rather surprising as well. Ooh, oi, 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 Cherry. They gotta be a little bit careful with his car there. He's following the place. He's running nice and comfy in 4th right now. I think this is where Jannemann might attack MQ. Yep. MQ's car lagging a tiny bit, I guess. But yeah, Jannemann doesn't take the risk, goes out of the draft early, and yeah, it's cleanly making it through here. Cherry has gained some ground on the place again, so getting closer and closer. Was not quite in range to make a move there yet. I mean, okay, Jannemann, of course, personal fastest lap due to the DRS most likely. But he was also more than half a second quicker than his teammates in this lap, so yeah, Jannemann and MQ for sure cooking. Oh, the place was just about a second away from the car in front. He does not have DRS right now. I could get it on the next detection zone again. This could give him chances to fight for P3 because MQ has now dropped out of the DRS of Jannemann entirely. So he's gonna be... I mean, he's still gonna get a little bit of slipstream, but yeah. It's gonna be a big advantage for the place here, and Cherry also dropped down quite heavily here in the Parabolica. Has lost a lot of time there. It's not in the DRS at all anymore. Seagull past Maniph. Yellow flag in the first chicane. That was Barry off track briefly. I'm not gonna lie, he seems to be having a little bit of a stinker this weekend. Has been fighting for podiums at times, but right now he's running last and outside of the points. Of course, he has been caught in the collision at the start. That certainly did not help. But yeah. Doesn't seem too great of a weekend for him. Alright, let's see now. The place is getting really close to MQ. Albeit I don't think it's gonna be enough for an overtake here. Cherry's gaining a little bit at least again. But he is dropping out of that 1 second window every now and then. So it's really a gamble whether or not he still has DRS. Honestly, if we've seen people come in lap 7 for the medium pit stop, I would assume we shouldn't be seeing them again much later than, well, this or next lap, I guess. Oh, Rice retired in the pits though. Okay, he got a 10-second pit penalty for speeding the pits. Cherry with a time penalty for corner cuts, so he's going to be out of contention for the podium here, unfortunately. And we're gonna hop on board with Laplace here, who is now in serious range here for a move on MQ. Very nice line here, good traction and good speed, and just about on the track still, so yeah, I was about to say, I would think he can go past here. Still has to stay a little bit towards the inside, gives him a little bit of a worse angle there for the chicane, but in the end it's easily enough for him to go by. Jannemann is like at Emil's rear in a second again, so yeah, he's been gaining a second last lap, so yeah, crazy work there, as we're still glazing the place overtake. Very good move from the GOAT, yep. Rice saying this was so miserable, we are sorry to hear that, honestly. I assume you got damage early on and then the race is kinda over. It's very close up on top, honestly. Like, I wouldn't say I'm a little bit surprised by the place here. I really am, honestly. He had his podium before, but he really had races where he struggled to stay in the top 10. And here he is, like, comfortably fighting and driving with the fastest drivers we have. And in a very well-deserved P3 right now. So, kudos to him for sure. I'm on the Place hype train. Yeah, you came to the right spot here. We're all on the Place hype train. Let's see. Yeah, MQ is also not in position to do anything yet. And I wonder if he is able to stay within a second here at all. I mean, it seems like the undercut is coming back to bite the people now. Emils is losing a lot of time. His pace is a lot slower than Jannemann's. Again, he drove a 1:23.3 last lap, whereas the Place and Jannemann are both driving 22.3, so they are like an entire second faster than the leader right now. And I wonder if this is like the 2 or 3 laps of tires that is the difference from the undercut. So the overcuts might have been the right choice in the end. Also still curious if Seagull is actually gonna go to the end. I would assume he does, because otherwise maybe he gambled for a safety car and he's still gonna go normal strategy from here, but I feel like his best shot at a potential win would be to try and bring this car to the end. And I mean, we would have to see how long the tires usually last. I mean, there we are. There's a couple of hard runners who have been going for 10 laps. From what I can see, generally, like the tire wear from the hard tires around 10 laps are in the 40%. So realistically, you would go to 60 to 70% with average tire wear on the hards if you were driving them for 16 laps, such like Seagull would need to do to go to the end. But then again, everybody else pitted from the mediums after 7 laps, and Seagull managed to get them to 11. So yeah, maybe it's just a tire whisperer. Jan is approaching his teammate now, again. I think a pit window for medium tires to go to the end is probably in 2 laps. Like, not at the end of this one, maybe at the end of the next one. Yeah, Lauda in fact did go for another set of hards. Actually, yeah, that's fair. I think he drove 2 sets of mediums to this point, so yeah. Cherry did also go for another set of hards though, and Cherry definitely did drive a set of hards before, so he went medium hard hard. Yeah, overtakes on Manef and Catalina in the pits. They are also going for another set of hards. So everybody is on hard compounds. No, actually Catalina is going for mediums for now to the end. So everybody is on a set of hard tires but Catalina right now. Ooh, Jannemann with a 3 sec for corner cutting. That is... is it atypical? I feel like Jannemann is getting one of them every now and then. I think he had like a season where he had, where he could have had like 5 race wins, and he never got them due to having corner cut penalties. Lauda is lifting and coasting here. We see the yellow light flashing next to the gear indicator on the bottom, so that means he's a little bit low on fuel. Emil's in the pits. This is... I think the pit timing I would have predicted. And given Emil's went a lap earlier than the others last time round, he's gonna go so again. He's gonna do so again, yeah. Lauda, even with lifting and coasting, went second fastest overall, just behind Cherry, who did just post the fastest lap. And who is seriously attacking MQ here. I think Lauda's just lifting and coasting because he can afford it. He knows he doesn't want to meddle with the cars in front here, neither. So, yeah, he's just chilling behind and conserving a little bit of resources. The place pitting, Jan staying out. Seagull staying out, not the biggest surprise, I think. And the place is coming out just ahead of these guys, I think. Oh, this is gonna be super close. MQ is ahead of the place here. Turning in just when they come out. I think MQ did need to probably leave a little bit more space, to be honest. I think the place had nowhere to go there on the outside, but we're gonna see. Cherry is the smiling third, I guess, as he just slips through and gets past both of them. Lauda backed out precautiously. So let's see. I mean, even though there was a little bit of wheel banging between the place and MQ, he is now in prime position to break free again. Cherry, another corner cut penalty, so that is 6 seconds for him. Everybody else who we've seen get one is on 3 right now, so Jan on 3 and Lauda on 3. And the place here, I might be under threat by MQ himself, but he does seem to have decent enough top speed. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he just never pressed full throttle before, but he was by far the slowest car out there. He has now at some point recorded a 345 km speed trap, and that makes him the 3rd fastest car on track. So yeah, maybe he just never went there with full DRS and ERS engaged, so we'll see. Jan is staying out. How long has he been driving? 11 laps, so 1 lap longer than Seagull, so he's gonna try the same thing that Seagull does. Honestly, I'm very curious. It's 5 more laps, so it would be 17 laps for Jan. The place is gonna go by Cherry here. Is a little bit of an awkward angle there, overtaking on the inside into Ascari. I think Cherry was cut off a little bit there behind as well. And we see that by MQ being super close to the two of them. Even in using a lot of his energy to get into this battle here. Sliding out there a little bit. Dirty air between two cars is a thing, of course. And now we're gonna see from MQ's POV what's gonna go down here. Cherry has been the fastest car on straights throughout, and that makes it easy for him to go through. MQ tries to power pass, but yeah, the tire advantage is clearly with the place here. So yeah, I'm curious. We have only 4 more laps left, and Jan's been driving 123 flat last lap. Emil's on fresh tires on 22.4, Seagull on 22.7. Cherry is driving 23.3, so it's not really as fast as the group in front. It would really be beneficial for the place to get by ASAP, so he can have a shot at catching the guys in front, but to be honest, he would have to catch Emil's here first. And Seagull and Jan with the old tires. I think they might just be too far gone. This may have been the big brain move to just not pit again. I think this is a small brain move by the place, unfortunately. It's going by just ahead of the DRS zone, and Cherry is gonna say, well, thank you for the slipstream, buddy. And he's gonna go straight past him again. Oh, or is he? Side by side at least. Oh, a little bit of wheel banging. Can't lie. Cherry kinda with the crowbar through there, as we say in Germany. I don't know if that's an English saying, to be honest. Well, with a blunt force. Let's phrase it like that. Yeah. So, Emil's 21.6 last laps, his personal fastest lap, is, yeah, 1.5 seconds faster than Jannemann, almost, but only 1 second faster than Seagull. And even if he gets even faster, it won't help him too much. You don't question gods, yeah, I guess. That's why, yeah, I don't understand gods neither, and I don't understand the place here. Is Cherry just gonna offer him the pass again? No, not this time. The place has learned. He's now staying behind Cherry for here, and probably gonna use this DRS and slipstream to do what Cherry did to him 2 times now. Cherry's sending him around the outside though. Ooh, MQ's coming super close, but Cherry this time leaves the space, and the place up ahead of the Mercedes, but this battle might not be over just yet. Oh yeah, Cherry is looking for a move on the inside there. I mean, it seems like Cherry has a big straight line setup. Both of them are kind of cutting the track here. MQ just slips through. And the place there, losing position to Cherry briefly. A little bit of wheel banging here. Both of them keep their cars under control. And the place comes out as a loser of this little confrontation. I mean, Cherry is out of the window anyways. Nobody really cares about Cherry in this context here, because he has so many time penalties that he's just not gonna be relevant in this duel. But it's between the place and MQ here for P4, which is of course big points for MQ, who has to yeah, basically win, I guess, against Emil's here. I guess Seagull is just gonna retire because he's not winning the race, right? So everybody moves up 1 more position here. Cherry is back past MQ. Now, can the place be the benefactor of the duel this time around? It does not look like it. Sliding around a lot there. It's 2 more laps. I think it would be wise to maybe try and build up a little bit of a battery storage here for the place. So that he can go for a move when the time's right. And that of course requires him to be able to stay with these 2 in the first place and not fall victim to Lauda, who would like to serve as a little block for his teammate as well. Or teammate, former teammate. I'm saying teammate, they're not in a team actually. It would be forbidden for Lauda to just block people off. But of course they're IRL friends, former teammates, and yeah. Wouldn't be hard to imagine that he would want to do that. Whether he's allowed to or not. Yeah. MQ's on the right here immediately. So maybe a little bit of an early move by the place here again. MQ there pulled over to the left. The place not quite prepared for it with his braking. Ooh, and I think that's Seagull off track. Oh no, okay, that's probably Seagull just letting everybody by because he knows he can't win. And we have Jan, the place here getting overtaken by Lauda again. And he smells his chance and takes it now. I mean, the place is gonna get at least 2 positions back, right? Oh my god, don't tell me Jan is slowing down as well. Bruh, this is turbo rigged. Well, well, well. Oh my god! What? That was a crazy move. That just looked... I don't know if my eyes just didn't comprehend what was going on there in the brief millisecond that we saw it, but yeah, that's one way to end the race. Well, MQ on the podium still, and it's the place in P4 in the very end. Cherry ends up in P5 due to his time penalties. Lauda's behind on time penalties as well. Then comes Menup with a little bit of a distance. Catalina gets a nice P8 there. And then Bats and Kingsman share the last point positions here. Well, Seagull dead, I guess. Which is fair, of course. He said he was intending that. Emil's getting gifted another win. Honestly, I think at this point Jannemann might have been in the championship race if he just took the wins given to him. But yeah, also kudos to him, I guess, for the performances. Giving up 2 race wins. Giving up more race wins in the last 2 races than some people have in Formula Sundays at all. Yeah, the glorious times where Jannemann was an actual championship contenders are long over, unfortunately. Ironically, he was a championship contender with MQ in the team. Jannemann personal point gifted to Emils. He really is the P1 slave. Oh god. No. Don't tell me I didn't... Oh, I didn't press forward in time. Oh, that sucks. I don't think... I might have fucked the tool. Shit. Can I just save these? Yes. I think I have cooked. Seagull will not have to work overtime this week. Okay, I got distracted there briefly. But yeah, that makes Emil's, yeah, the leader in the championship for sure. I think it was MQ beforehand by 4 points, but now Emil should have the advantage by 6 points. Which also means, though, MQ win will 100% win him the championship next weekend. If Emil's comes second still, so... yeah. Showdown is gonna be next week. It's gonna be very interesting. It's gonna be a random track. We will draw the track live on stream, I think like 10 minutes before the race begins. Yeah. I don't know what more to say, honestly. Like, it's gonna be absolute masterclass entertainment. So make sure to be there again. And yeah, for tonight, I can only say thank you for being here and good night. Enjoy. And it's lights out and away we go here in Formula Sundays.